At work, calculating all the conditions of the draw, and as these machines are of course unbelievably fast, the draw is completed. We have the fixtures and we can start revealing them one by one. We go with pot number one, and in pot number one we reveal club by club, starting with the highest coefficient of this pot, which is Bayer Leverkusen, the winners of 1988, with the 21st participations in the competition, is more than any other German club. So, Sebastian, reveal the opponents of Bayer Leverkusen.
Okay, we are underway. So these are the 8 ties that Bayer Leverkusen will face from pot 1. They will face a home tie against the French side Marseille. They've got a double French opponent there. They will then travel away to Lyon. They'll be at home to Salzburg, away to GNK Dinamo. They'll be at home to Celje, away to Lech Poznan, at home to Besiktas, and away to Ofi Crete.
Good. Double French opposition for Leverkusen in pot 1, and we move on to Benfica, sitting on more than 500 matches played in the European competitions. They are only 4th after 3 absolute giants, Real Madrid, Barcelona and Bayern. And for Benfica, we can now reveal 8 opponents.
Yes, now under the guidance of Marco Silva, of course, back from the Premier League to take charge at Benfica. They now have their 8 opponents from their own pot, pot 1, AZ Alkmaar from the Netherlands and Milan from Serie A, their opponents home and away. Celtic will be a home tie, while the Czech side, Victoria Pilsen, will be an away trip for Benfica. Lech Poznan of Poland and ОМОНОИАС from Cyprus, home and away in pot 3. And Ofi Crete, the Greek side, and NEC from the Netherlands completes the story for Marco and Benfica.
Yes, and we are ready to move on to the next club, which is Juventus, the first European club to achieve 3 titles in this competition. So with Juventus, we know no opponents for the time being, so we will reveal 8.
Here we go. This is the 8 ties for Juventus they'll face in the league phase. They'll have a home tie against Spanish side Real Sociedad. They will then travel away to AZ Alkmaar. They'll be at home against Rennes, away in Budapest to Ferencváros. They'll be at home to ΟΜΟΝΟΙΑΣ. They will travel away to Celta. They will then be at home against Dutch side NEC. And they'll be away against Hapoel Beersheva.
And from Juventus on to another Italian giant, AC Milan, who in their rich cabinet don't have this trophy, so they will chase the UEFA Europa League trophy once again. And Milan know that they will play against Benfica and another 7 teams shown now.
Yeah, so former sporting coach, obviously Ruben Amorim, already knew about a trip or a game against Benfica. Now he knows the full story. He and Milan will take on Olympiacos from pot 1. That's an away trip to Piraeus, Ferencváros and Salzburg from pot 2 for Milan, Sunderland and Bournemouth. So 2 Premier League opponents in pot 3, home and away. And Ararat Armenia from that part of Eastern Europe, and Levski Sofia, again in the east, are the pot 4 opponents for Milan.
Good. From Milan we can proceed, and the next club to be revealed is Olympique Lyonnais. So the first place in the league phase of this competition last season for Olympique Lyonnais, drawn against Leverkusen, and who else? He will tell us.
Okay, there's 7 games that we needed to discover. Will be against Real Sociedad away. They'll be at home against Union Saint-Gilloise. They'll be away at Anderlecht as well, Belgium. At home to Crystal Palace, away to Jagiellonia. They'll be at home to Lillestrøm, and they'll be away in Germany to Hoffenheim.
Yes, from Olympique Lyonnais we are ready to proceed again with AZ Alkmaar, a team which is unbeaten in their last 16 UEFA home matches. Alkmaar will have to take on Juventus and Benfica on top of these 6 more teams.
Yep, 6 more for Leroy Echtel and AZ Alkmaar in the north of Holland. They already knew about glamour ties against Juve and Benfica. Now it's GNK Dinamo from Zagreb, but that will be a home tie. Sparta Praha then will be...
We're about to discover who they'll be playing in this season's league phase. Giorgio, who do we have, please?
Yes, who do we have here? We have the Hungarian champions of Ferencváros. We have Victoria Pilsen, which is the only unbeaten team in the league phase of last year. Union Saint-Gilloise, 5 times, successive times, including 1 Champions League last year. Dinamo Zagreb, then we have FC Salzburg, Celtic FC, AC Sparta Praha, Stade Rennais, and we close this spot with RCSC Anderlecht, the winners of 1983. So by now, pressing the button, Sebastian will reveal the opponents of all these 9 teams.
Excellent pushing from Sebastian. And like that, the grid fills up. All of a sudden, all of these teams in pot 2 already had their pot 1 opponents. Now they have the full story. So, for instance, for the Belgian side, Union Saint-Gilloise now under David Hubert, they already knew about Sociedad and Lyon. It'll be Celtic and Victoria Pilsen for the Belgian side. Lech Poznan and Celta home and away from pot 3. Hapoel Beersheva is a home tie, whilst the trip to Besiktas will, of course, host the Conference League final. That completes the story for Saint-Gilloise.
If we take the Austrian side, Salzburg, we knew that they would face Milan, Leverkusen, but we now know it'll be Sparta Prague, Anderlecht, Crystal Palace at home, Celje away, Ararat Armenia are an opponent at home, and Levski Sofia are away.
What about Rennes and Franck Hez? They already knew about Olympiacos and Juve. Following that, GNK Dinamo from Zagreb will be a home tie. Sparta Praha will be a trip. Omonia Nicosia will be a home tie against the Cypriots. Sturm Graz again on the road for Rennes. And then Ofi Crete from Greece and NEC Nijmegen away is the full story for them. We are well on our way. As we've just discussed, Sebastian is getting better and better with that big button. The fixtures keep on coming. Let's get to pot 3. Giorgio, who lurks in that group?
Yes, and in pot 3 we start with Sturm Graz, then KKS Lech Poznan. We have then the English trio captained by the winners of the UEFA Conference League last year, Crystal Palace, Bournemouth and Sunderland. Then the Celje taking Slovenia back to the league phase of this competition after the season 2013-14 when Maribor was there. Then we have Jagiellonia Bialystok from Poland, Omonia FC from Cyprus, and finally Real Club Celta de Vigo from Spain. We can now reveal the remaining 4 opponents of these 9 teams.
Okay, just like that, the grid is filling up. We already knew the first 4 fixtures, so we are looking for the remaining 4 fixtures from pot 2 and 3. And there we go, the computer has made the draw. If we have a look at the first of those Premier League sides, Crystal Palace, we now know that their final 4 games will be a home tie against Lech Poznan. They'll be away at Jagiellonia. They will then be at home against German side Hoffenheim, and they have a trip to Turkey to face Besiktas.
Towards the bottom of the teams in pot 3 on the left of your grid, Omonia from Cyprus, led by Henning Berg, the former Manchester United and Blackburn defender. Again, they had half the story, now it's complete. They know they'll play Celta de Vigo at home and Celje away, quite a mouthful. Besiktas at home and NEC of the Netherlands away.
If we have a look at the Polish side, Jagiellonia, they will face, we knew they were facing Lyon, Olympiacos, Anderlecht and Victoria Pilsen, but they will have a home tie against Crystal Palace. They've got double Premier League opposition in facing Sunderland away. They'll be at home against Ararat Armenia, and they will play away to Levski